self-empowerment, solidarity, compassion, liberty, equal value, dignity, reverence for all life, wisdom and knowledge.
The ocean is the source of all life. All of life comes from the sea. In the beginning, there was balance. It was paradise. And at the beginning of time, this harmony was known to us. But this knowledge is lost, nearly. Guardians of ancient wisdom come to us with outstretched arms, offering reconciliation, in the hope that we can restore the balance of life, that the generations to come may know the gift of a life in harmony with Mother Earth.
Water is honored in many cultures across the world as a sacred gift of life. The grandmothers each brought this gift of water from their lands, from sacred places. With the words, "Water is the source of all life. Without water, there can be no life." Monica Abendroth initiates the opening ceremony at the Baltic Sea for the start of the Congress and says that we have all come together to share the water of life as a connecting element between our countries.
This is the water from the Elbe in northern Germany. Das ist das Wasser aus der Elbe, aus Norddeutschland. Und ich schicke meinen Segen, den Segen der Göttin und all die Liebe, den Frieden auf der Welt und die Selbstermächtigung für uns Menschen, dass wir die sind, die wir zutiefst zu innerst sind. Und das heißt Frieden und Freiheit. Sei es.
El agua. El agua es donde hemos nacido todos. He traído agua de Madrid, de la sierra, agua de manantial, agua viva, agua que todavía no ha pasado por las depuradoras y por las cosas de los hombres. Y agua del Mediterráneo, el mar donde se supone que ha nacido la humanidad. ger vårt rena vatten från vårt land, från våran nord. Må det vattnet och allt detta vatten bli till en våg av vänlighet till vatten, till dig själv, till människan och till alltet.
Vatnis, vertu, boðberi, fyrir frið, fyrir von, fyrir ást og fyrir ljós allan heim.
After each woman of the council, speaking in her native language, poured her blessings and wishes into the beautiful bowl, which the artist Wiebke Lassen made especially for this purpose, Monica ended the ritual by pouring this blessed water into the sea, saying, "May all of our wishes and blessings reach all the way to the beaches of Africa, the fjords of Norway, to the Arctic with the icebergs, to Iceland's cliff coasts, as well as to the countries of the world. Because we are all sisters and brothers. Also the animals and plants, everything is one and connected with each other on this planet. We are all a part of what Mother Earth gives us endlessly, yes, unconditionally, every day."
Keinen Moment ohne Herz. Denken, sagen, tun. Keinen Moment ohne Herz. Dir begegnen. Keinen Moment ohne Herz. Denken, sagen.
Out of the ethereal atmosphere of the song by Eike Eschholz, "No Moment Without Heart," a deep gratitude filled the Congress Hall. Despite the challenges we faced in these trying times, in the end, it was all possible to experience this Congress and to come together for peace.
Wir sind so glücklich, dass wir es geschafft haben.
We're so happy we made it.
Ich sehe eine Zukunft, in der Frauen und Männer,
I see a future in which men and women,
Mutter Erde und all ihre wundervollen Wesen,
Mother Earth and all her beautiful creatures,
die ganze menschliche Familie zusammen einen Song singen.
the whole human family singing one song.
Ich bin das vollkommene Geschenk des Lebens.
I am the whole and total gift of life.
Wie gelangen wir also zu diesem gemeinsamen Song?
How do we come to sing this song together?
Nur durch Vergebung
Only through forgiveness
erlangen wir Frieden,
do we reach that peace.
dann offenbart sich dieses Lied in uns von ganz selbst.
It is with this that song arises in us naturally.
Ich hatte eine wunderbare Vision.
I had a wonderful vision.
Überall auf der Erde sah ich Kreise von Menschen.
Everywhere in the world, I saw circles of people,
Und diese Kreise verbanden sich miteinander
and these circles were connecting with each other.
und bildeten so ein leuchtendes Netz.
And they were forming a glowing network.
Großmutter Bernadette ist jetzt bei ihren Ahnen.
Grandmother Bernadette is now with her ancestors.
Und ich danke ihr von Herzen für das, was ich von ihr erfahren habe.
And I thank her from the bottom of my heart for what I've learned from her.
Und beende meine Geschichte mit ihren Worten.
And I would like to end my story with her words.
Wir sind alle eine Frau.
We all are one woman.
Hütet euch vor den spaltenden Kräften.
Beware of the dividing powers.
Wir Frauen haben ganz besonders die Aufgabe,
It is especially us women who must
auf das Verbindende zu schauen.
see the connecting.
Wasser ist die Grundlage alles Lebens. Ohne Wasser kein Leben.
Monica's words from the water ceremony at the beginning of the Peace Congress still echo in the vastness of our hearts. All too often, we take water for granted. The Icelandic grandmother shared her thoughts with us and asked if we had ever thanked the water for all that it does for us, that it cleans our bodies, washes our clothes, gives us food and drink, and so much more. It is life. In many cultures, water, as a sacred element of life, has always been revered and celebrated for rituals as a connecting symbol between heaven and earth. Just as the indigenous grandmothers are still very much connected with Mother Earth and honor her rituals, in Europe, we have largely lost the value of ritual. In other parts of the world, this looks completely different. Maybe we would get a better understanding of peace and a new connection with Mother Earth if we would consider water again as a gift of life and integrate ritual into our lives once more, as a prayer of thanksgiving for all the blessings we receive.
The gift which the artist and visionary Eike Eschholz has found for herself during her project Whale Journey, after 4 years of traveling to each of the grandmothers, is truly a deeply moving and new perspective for more peace.
Ich habe ihr Land mit ihren Augen und mit ihrem Herzen gesehen.
I saw their countries through their eyes and their hearts.
Es war nicht immer leicht.
It wasn't always easy.
Nein. Es galt jedes Mal wieder, das Fremde, das Andersartige zu akzeptieren. Ich habe deinen heiligen, heilenden Ort erkannt. Die Liebe, die du zu deinem Land hast, lebt jetzt auch in mir. So verrückt es auch klingen mag. Dabei habe ich die Liebe zu meinem Ort, zu meinem Land gefunden. Mein Land ist für mich heilig, heilend.
You bring joy and trust. You bring life. And your trust has made this happen. Through you, together, with all of us.
Oh.
Yeah. And now we are taking a jump, a spring jump into the Congress
Yes.
and into the future.
Yes!
The grandmothers addressed many important issues of our time in this Congress. Thus, the meeting with the young generation of the Luisenlund boarding school was a particularly moving moment.
We have a lot to learn from you every minute, every day, and I'm so thankful for the meeting this morning because that have moved me to another position.
You have new stories. It's use your fantasy, and we need new stories for the future.
And everybody deserves dignity, love and respect, from the young to the teenagers to the old. Everybody deserves to be heard, and it's the young ones and their voice that needs to be heard.
Just as the water is the blood of our earth, the children and coming generations are the seeds of our future, and thus form an important balance in the network of life for the future of the human family.
First of all, have a good relationship with the mother. Second, don't allow the smile of your child to go away. The children should continue smiling in their whole life, like all of us. We have the right to be happy. We have only one obligation in this life, to be happy. No other obligation, and this obligation is to ourselves.
The I has become a we, said Eike Eschholz during the art project Walfahrt, which resulted in this wonderful congress, which she celebrated with the grandmothers and many people together from Europe. Eike could certainly write countless songs and stories about how to turn an I into a we. And if we look deep inside of ourselves, we basically know the answer. The otherness of which Eike speaks stands for the diversity of life, just as the European grandmothers stand for the diversity of a common Europe, diversity of all people and beings, and stand for the richness of a living life and the togetherness in Europe. With the Irish evening and the band Drumchapel midst, we could all experience and celebrate this liveliness of togetherness.
Und das Allerwichtigste dabei ist, Nicht, dass ihr die Kinderrechte alle im Kopf habt, sondern dass es Liebe geht.
And the most important, above all, is not that it's about the rights of children, but it's about love.
Im Grunde genommen ist es ein einziger Aufschrei, liebt eure Kinder.
The artist, Eckhart Kowalke, experienced horrors in his childhood, which one would not wish on any child in life. He was able to process his experience through his art and was inspired to create the first children's rights square, to paint in minds and hearts a sculpture of awareness that we must love our children, not abuse them ever. The European Council of Grandmothers were deeply touched by Eckhart's experience, and to honor this, performed a powerful and moving ritual on the last day of the Congress, at the place of the future Children's Rights Square.
As Grandmother Helga talks about the importance of healing our inner conflicts and our inner child, and that only by going inside and cleaning up our hearts can real peace come about, she makes tangible how important love is in all of this, and that when all the children in this world, also the ones inside of us, will light up our future with a smile in their hearts, with which this world will be blessed to experience real, sustainable peace.
Unsere Steine sind ein Teil von Mutter Erde. The stones are part of Mother Earth.
Happy, and the journey of forgiveness took a long time. But I'm standing here today with everybody around me, and I can feel the love, and my inner child can feel the love. And maybe someday I'll come back and play in that playground that is going to be made for children like myself. And I'm just so happy to be here.
And love is not only soft. Love can be known as being tough. And as we stand here, children are being experimented on that was never tried on children. Over 18, people can choose. But under 18, they become experiments. And I think these type of experiments against children in the world have to stop. So in love and in truth, I present my silver stone to this place.
Liebe, Freude, Lachen, Ruhen, das wünsche ich hier jedem Kind auf der Welt. Till alla barn som gått, till alla barn som kommer och till alla barn som är här. Till varje barn
Ich wünsche jedem Kind, zutiefst willkommen zu sein. Ich wünsche jedem Kind Liebe und Schutz.
Στα βάθη της καρδιάς μου εύχομαι για όσους έχουν βιαστεί και για όσους βίασαν να γεμίσει η καρδιά τους αγάπη.
As the closing ceremony of the Congress Peace Through Encounter, a deeply touching time with the grandmothers of the European Council, drew to a close, it left traces in the deep that words could not describe.
Genau. Ich werde euch ja wünschen, alle mein Herz zu bewahren.
Wir werden immer daran denken.
Toll. Das ist so ein schönes, ja, ich bin hin und weg. Ich bin verliebt in Großmütter.
In order to bring this very special time full circle, Olivia Gilman crowned the concluding ceremony with a special singing bowl meditation that gave everyone gathered together the opportunity to internalize and integrate the journey of encounters that we had experienced during these past days, creating a space for the richness we have all received to resonate.
Certainly, this special Congress will continue to breathe in everyone who attended for a long time. But one thing is already abundantly clear. We have met each other in one another. We've created peace through encounter and found dear friends for the future in the Council of Grandmothers, and may now feel that we are not alone with all the challenges we face in the future.
Diese Schale, die uns hier in Eckernförde geschenkt wurde, mit den Tieren, den Wesen des Meeres, übergebe ich hiermit an Grandmother Madeleine von Schweden, wo wir den nächsten Grandmother Council abhalten werden.
Thank you. And the next council meeting will be in Sweden, and it's in June 2022. And you are all welcome to join us there. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you for the book.